roster with Spy on it.
Hi, and welcome back. We did have the short break. The stream crashed, but it's back, so we're all fine. We are ready to go for the third game of tonight and the last one, because we will not have a fourth one, sadly, because of one team DQing. I think it was a Z team, if I'm not actually, yeah, a Z team. It was Z team. But we are here for the third one, and you know what? This is almost already done, right? EU is already done tonight, and I already miss you guys. I already miss you guys. The day and the verdict. I really enjoy being here with you. But as I said, the third game. So, verdict, do you want to go over the maps?
Abso-freaking-lutely. This one's gonna be a banger, chat. We got potential Game 3 vibes on the line. We got a Panic and Tamaz team who look absolutely star-studded. I cannot wait to see this one unfold. Takeoff to start off this one again. Of course, it's in the map pool. Apocalypse not making it through. That's a big whammy. I would have loved to see that one again. But Meltdown, it's back. Day and I continue to rant and rave about this map whenever it was taken down. This one, certainly going to be a banger. And then we got Game 3 vibes. If it does go the distance, DN is going to hate it, but we're sure going to love it. It's going to be Control Raid. As we see, every map, a part of the map picking process, is banned until it's down to one map remaining. That's how map picks are done now, chat. If you didn't know, now you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, what are your predictions though, Day? I think you might recognize some of the players from here, so tell me, what are your predictions before we start? Throw someone under the bus, please.
Throw someone under the bus. Oh man. Is anyone here deserving of being thrown under the bus? I don't think so. I think these two teams are pretty solid. I'm gonna lean a bit on the side of Panic, however, mostly just because I feel like Daytel and Bison probably are just like a dynamic duo for this roster.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Storm is a player that a couple seasons back was, new to Mobile Mayhem, or rather the competitive scene for Call of Duty Mobile, and they showed real promise. Zorky, obviously, a returning player. I feel like I recognize Candy as well. But looking over at the opposition, I have no idea who Zaka is. So
okay, big Zaka.
That's my explanation of why I'm leading for Panic. So I recognize everybody on Panic, and there's one player on Team A's that I don't like. Oh,
well, damn, I'm actually very excited to see Team A's playing, right? It's the first time seeing Hush playing and actually being here to host with you guys, right? I do miss watching Booth playing, right? We have Leader, also Balance, and Zaka. Big Zaka always did good. He actually almost nuked me the other day, but it's fine, it's ranked, doesn't matter. But I'm actually very excited, right? We are still waiting for some players to ready up. So what do you think about this map selection, Verdict? Do you like it? Do you prefer it better?
Love it.
I don't know.
Takeoff is still hit or miss for me, but we won't get access to Arsenal until tomorrow, and I feel like Arsenal could absolutely be one of those maps that would be one of the best hardpoint maps that we'll see played. Got a chance to revisit some of the Black Ops 4 championships from CWL, and I gotta say, that map is just so dynamic. What I will say is too, I don't know how it's going to be interpreted in Call of Duty Mobile, as some of these normal maps that you see that do translate over from console or previous COD titles, they don't play the same as they did. Like, one of the biggest plays that you could have made on a map like Arsenal is being able to step off the map and then come back and able to in order to cut across a portion of it and get into a better position before you take a gunfight, or have a better heady before you take a gunfight, or be able to cut off a transition. No, I think everything is going to be like inbounds, which kind of drags, but I think the map itself, the concept is great. So Takeoff, still a decent selection, but I'm interested to see Arsenal whenever it's introduced.
Forced to see the new maps. To find a new map that I don't like, actually, because I'm kind of, everyone knows that I hate raid, so I need to find something else. Until now, I did enjoy Apocalypse. Tunisia is, in my opinion, a hit or miss, right? It's not my favorite. It's nothing. I'm looking forward for an Express, though. I never actually played S&D on Express, and I do believe it's an S&D map, right? If I'm not mistaken.
It is. It's a hardpoint map. It's a hardpoint map in rank, though, right?
Yeah. In rank, it's just Hardpoint, as far as I know, but S&D is in comp. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see in the following days. But the game's gonna start, so I'm gonna leave it to it, guys. Bye!
All right, Deanna, be back here in a moment. This one, certainly about to square up, square off. We're gonna be on Takeoff. See who is gonna be able to take the first advantages. We're on board with Kosh. This is his Mobile Mayhem debut back into the scene. Took a little bit of a break. Let's see if he can find his edge back onto a competitive. Like, oh my, out in the open. No cover, P1. Absolute blender if you make it. And certainly enough, Big Zaka trying to circle the map and get the trades. Able to find one in return.
All right, well, a little bit of a spicy start here, but definitely excited to see where this goes. Now, of course, earlier when I mentioned I thought Panic would have the edge here, I'm obviously not, putting down Balance or Boot or Leader or Kosh here. So fully expecting them to have some good performances. Bison get into a position here, should find a free one on the Balance. Sure enough, does. Rocking that UL 736, hops down, sees Boot. This should be a free kill as well. Sure enough, there it is. But Leader able to take him down, and it's a 16-9. And this is quite often kind of how Takeoff P1 goes. When you don't have operators, you're wide in the middle of the map with plenty of balcony positions above you that can completely wreck you trying to get a head glitch on that middle platform. So moving on over to P2. This is one that will also probably be a little bit divided on the first split, but we will see. And where P3 and P4 open up, that is where things really start to turn for one team or another. So right now, it's actually Team Maze with a 25-point lead as they look to hold down this P2, but the break starting to come through. Bison making the flank right now.
Yeah, Bison making the flank right now. They're going to be able to take advantage of it. Panic trying to keep it close. They're certainly doing a great job. 20 seconds left to profit off of. Can you hold the line for the time being? Kosh trying to break through it on the backside. Oh my god, you got the god heady, but you can't take advantage of it. The flank coming through for Zaka as well. The pinch collapse. It's absolutely needed. Team A's taking the lead and running the way with it for the time being, but now we're getting the spark over to New Capo there, holding down the secret side of the spawns, and oh my. That's right, that chat. Caprone. 100% Capo. No guesses needed. Tier 2s coming through. 5 by No Man. Absolutely digging it, bro. Appreciate you. Day 1 supporter. No Man, you are always a delight to have in stream.
All right, well, as things continue to roll on here, we've got a very close game. In fact, we're basically dead tie right now, but Leader hops the corner, CBR in hand, gonna find one. He's allowed to make it out alive, and as a result, he finds another one before he gets taken down. And that is a big position for him to be in. Bison was looking for the turn, but couldn't quite get it. Leader down there does have the claw available, one of the better operators. Definitely, I remember when the claw came out, Verdict, and everybody was like, this thing's not that good.
Oh, man,
and it did have to get buffed. It did have to get buffed shortly after its release, but, looking at it now, those players that practiced with it early are absolutely deadly with the claw. The ability to kill players around corners, specifically that are not like a wall-bangable wall that you would expect to possibly die anyway, can be absolutely huge. And now Switchblade in hand, Leader comes for more, can't quite find the kills, but gets an assist on a couple of balances. And Panic starting to take a bit of a lead, and this is exactly what we talked about, Verdict. This P3 and P4 are where teams can really start to grab themselves an edge.
Yeah, we'll see if they can grab some more. Kosh tries to grab a little bit too much, gets sent back to the spawn, Balance there to collect a few. He's trying to burn them. Oh, there it goes. This is the time that you need, but he gets dropped out as he peeks through. Zorky actually gets traded out in the midst of that. 25. Still a lot of time to scrap for. Zaka through the front line. The hits coming through. Detel has made it onto this window seal. Able to find one. He plays the heady. Boot gets dusted. Sent him out. Kicked him back to the spawn. And just like that, Panic are right back in it, but Leader there for the contest himself. He gets a little bit of smoke. We've got a little under 20 points closing this one down as we get geared up for it. Exactly 20 points. P1 right around the corner. 4 seconds before it pops open, and we'll take a look at the post or the stats for the time being. Nobody really slaying out at the moment. Everyone kind of really close-knit. Bison does lead the Lord or the lobby with the most kills, but still anybody's game.
Anybody's game indeed. We have seen comebacks happen on more occasions these past couple seasons than the earlier times of Mobile Mayhem or the competitive scene for Call of Duty Mobile. The teams are getting a lot more refined. You've got more top contenders, and I think this is definitely a couple of teams that really have a lot of potential. Maybe not like you could throw them up against Kings right now, and I truly think that they're going to come through with a win, but when these teams develop more of that teamwork over the course of the season, these teams can be real threats. I mean, Bison, Storm, Zorky, Daytel. Unsure who Caprone X is. Do we know
Capo.
who that is?
Capo. You remember Capo?
Capo. It is
Yeah.
Capo. Okay.
Yeah, it's Capo.
That was my guess, but I didn't go with it. It says Capo on the
Discord call.
subs list. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at Discord as well. It says Capo. I'm like, hey, I'm getting buckled up for a listening. Advantage in the hands of Panic. They've got 2 operators popped right now. Let's go ahead and see how the coordination with 40 seconds left to go. They've got to make the most of these operators and this hill time.
Je suis avec toi, Zouzou. Nice. Good job.
I got my key.
They will spawn on limit. Oh no, bottom blue. Dead.
Nice.
Oh fuck, one inside. Window.
Okay, don't take one more question.
One is pushing. Nice.
One's blue.
Go for you. Start to rotate.
One shot, top construit.
Arena.
On your left.
They're spawning blue
Top construction. Dead.
When he stop,
One behind them.
when he stop, top
Yeah,
blue.
one at mate. Oh fuck, one top, one bottom.
I'm using my pred. They all push from limits.
They're coming down.
I flash top red. Push top red, Daytel, flash. Oh fuck, I flash myself. I'm so dumb. Ah yeah, fuck me.
What is limits?
I spawn limit.
We have the spawn. Let's
No
push together.
way. Inside still.
I'm one shot, I'm watching you.
Vortex inside, be careful guys.
Shoot trophy.
I spawn medic.
Oh lolo, my game.
Wait.
Okay, there it goes. I love the back and forth right now. Spotted medic, comms there. Might be a little bit of a split one now. Bison, he's got the backside rotation. Zorky, he's coming all the way from medical. Break absolutely necessary if you want to keep this lead. 27 seconds left to go. P3 secured, lockdown. Panic still in driver's seat right now for the time being, Dave.
Yep, they've got themselves a 30-point lead, but obviously, as we get into this P3 and P4, that could quickly change. And right now, it does appear that Team Maze is going to be the first on this P3 hill. You can see Leader and Boot are here, and they're going to lock down a good recovery. I think I said at the beginning, I meant the end, but now as we get ready to rotate over to next, Zaka, Switchblade in hand, finds one before getting taken down by Bison. And it's only a 20-point lead verdict, I think. How are you feeling about listening with the side of Team Maze now?
Let's go ahead and jump into it. They need to get the break.
Right.
Things could get out of hand here. The P3, the P4 connection, absolutely lethal. Let's see if they can get the artillery they need for this P4 break.
Only one.
One side,
Get in.
dead. One more side. He's going top. I spawned him.
I'm flushed.
I'm flushed for 10 years.
Take the scrap, take the scrap. It's
Nice
impossible.
boot.
They push mid.
I'm flushed, your mom, man.
One more bottom.
Wow, one got me.
I got only one top blue. He's
Hello,
in the
Verdict.
corner now.
As you can see, I love the new rule set.
Ah, bro, it's a nade. Come on, try to contest.
Top
Go new. They're playing blue side. Just play yellow side.
Warte mal.
Jupe one.
Bottom blue flush. Why are you running?
Ich bin stunnen.
Oh, Vortex limit. Fuck you.
Bottom blue, go in point. Bottom blue corner, Zaka behind you on the corner, by blue.
Top position. Was war's?
One's mid stairs.
Okay, break doesn't come through. Time going excessively in favor of Panic. They are not stressing this one. As a matter of fact, they got plenty of streaks, operators to work with. P1 burning and churning them out. Daytel finds his 33rd. Storm, he is the man with a plan, though, with 40 on board. He's got a kilo of the Nova Gold. It looks disgusting. Just want to give everyone a friendly reminder. You won't see Pinpoint in this matchup. They GA'd it before the match. But in those comm listenings, you would have thought they should have probably GA'd flashes, too. Absolutely flash for days, homie.
That listening sent me back to the days of Modern Warfare 3, listening to FaZe Jev rage about flashbangs. I'll have to send you that clip later if you haven't seen it, but my goodness. I had to hear Balance say that I got flashed like 5 times over the course of like 10 seconds. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's not having fun. And sure enough, I flicked over to his perspective, and he was not having fun. But you know who is having fun right now? We've got Storm, a player that I had talked about when they first came to Mobile Mayhem about the potential they could bring as they refined their skills a little bit more. 41 kills on the board, up ahead of the likes of Daytel, ahead of the likes of Zorky, Bison, Capo, Balance, and the rest of the mix. So Storm, a real big pickup for this Panic lineup here. And I gotta say, they're 30 points away from winning here. Looking like the prediction might be accurate.
Might be accurate. Zaka, though, going absolutely big. Needs to find another Storm. Of course, he's not going to lose him. He has lost not many in this one. Flicks are there, but Leader is there as well. The CBR way faster than the Kilo. Need to get this player off the dumpster or the trash can, whatever you call it. It's Godheady. It's absolutely immaculate. Daytel there for the trade. The trade's on days, on days, on days. You can be flashed for years, but certainly the trades are certainly right back and forth just as so. As we see, only 19 seconds, make it 17 now as everything coming to fruition. This lockdown here on P3 needs to be big. Zorky trying to lead the pack for the break. Storm in search for the trade. Yes, it's good. Boot there. Theo is able to pick up one. On the flank is Daytel. Not able to stay alive, but the spawns, need him or not, might be still enough here for the brute force push now as the dominance onto the backside. It's just overwhelming. Team Yellow, or not Team Yellow, but Panic rather, they're looking to tuck this one away. Only 10 seconds, Dave. There goes the operators. There goes the purifier. Everything, all the above. It is done. It is done.
Yep, this one is just about over 3 seconds left, but just hanging on by a thread is Team A's right now. 3 points away from Panic victory. And these guys have not given up the point until just now. Leader went to make the break, couldn't do it in time, ends up falling. And that's going to be the 250 to 193 victory coming through for the side of Panic, who are now up 1-0 in this best of 3.
There we go. We talked about Storm, man. He ended with 50, chat. My guy was cooking. Gordon Ramsay in the lobby, man. Absolutely delivering 5-star course meals all across the board. Beautifully done. 44 and 36, though, for Zorky. 2 minutes and 43 on the hill. My guy was putting in work on the objective. PTFO, he says. Boy, did he PTFO. Minute 27 for Daytel. He did a little bit of both slaying and OBJing. 46 and 33, 50 and 38. That stat line. Absolutely immaculate Storm. Congratulations, Tommy. Game 1 is yours. Panic. Take the control in this one. You could very well put it out of its misery itself now. As we're going to get geared up. Search and destroy is on the corner. Man, I'm giddy for a reason. We haven't seen Meltdown in a very long time in competitive play. Matter of fact, last time I think I've casted a Meltdown map, it would have to be on the Trovo Showdowns. I think they're the only one who could class it up and throw it in the mix. I think God Champs reevaluated their map selections and have some inclusiveness to maps that are only viable on maps or modes like Search, or only modes like Hardpoint, or only modes like Control. I think that's a W to an extent. Some of these maps, though, a few of them need to go.
All right, well, we will certainly see. We are getting ready to gear up for one of our favorite search and destroy maps here at Verdict. We're back on Meltdown, and Let me tell you, this is one that I have missed. I mean, this map is one of my favorite parts of things like the Trovo Showdown, for example, right? Not necessarily the comp scene, but to see two teams that we know are in voice chat coming through and building strategies around a map that is actually excellently set up for search and destroy. So I'm glad to see it back here. You know, Meltdown returning, Tunisia returning is absolutely huge for the COD mobile comp scene. I think at some point I should re-pull up the updated map pool. I looked at it on Twitter the other day, but there was some other stuff in there. Obviously, Apocalypse here for Hardpoint. So I think realistically, this is a really feasible option for. Maybe that's the wrong wording. I think that's the wrong wording. But this is a great setup for this year's competitive scene as far as like Mobile Mayhem goes, and even your upper tier content like Masters and Champs and whatnot.
That is right, chat. If you're just now tuning in, there are no operator bans moving forward. We are strictly using what Champs rule set is. If there is a rule or something that is not according to what you think it should be, it's not because it's because we are abiding by what Champs says. And from this point forward, Champs rule set is going to incorporate a lot of new things into the mix and swing of things. We have to go through and brush it with a fine comb, but we don't have all the time in the world. As a matter of fact, it is absolutely going to be going down here in a moment. We're getting geared up for a Meltdown as our search and destroy could be the last map of the night, as we won't get that 4th series. But again, Champs rule set out and about. It is in full effect here. We're following it to a T. Let's go ahead and get into it. Is the map selection Meltdown. My God, ladies and gentlemen, how I've missed this one. Nuclear stack. Hello. That's the bomb site right there on A. This map preview is absolutely necessary. Love it. Been waiting for this one to be coming back through. Don't need a remake on that one. B right there on the gear site. You already know what's going down. Chat, we're getting geared up for it. Game 2. Day. I mean, I haven't been completely wrong as of yet, but still, anything can happen. That one was a lot closer than anticipated off the rip.
I do think I would have to agree with you on that, as we are waiting on one player to load into the match right now, and it looks like there is Balance connecting on into the lobby. We're going to get started here. It's a Meltdown. It's Search and Destroy, and it is Panic up against Team Maze. Who's going to come out on top? Panic currently have the 1-0 lead in this best of 3. Will we see a game 3, or is this going to be another one that's over into verdict? Do you have any prediction here for this one?
I think it's anybody's game.
Storm.
Oh my God, Storm. I caught that from the receiving end. It was gruesome. Predictions, I'm going to let it play out. I got to be favoring Panic again, as they started off very strong, but right now they are not preventing this bomb from going down. Zorky, only player here onto the A site, did let the floodgates down, couldn't afford to play his life. Ital was the only casualty, 2 for the price of 1. Here comes the retake. The hit is on. Leader crossing all dots, and I'll tease Bison's drop, but the trade's there. Zorky, the bottom side of the staircase, able to take down 1. Oh my, Balance is running rampant. Let him have the 2-piece right there. He is cooking. Leader, drop. Balance, last player standing. Able to play his life on the pillars, but is going to be able to get away. 10% health now is increasing by the moment. And with 15 seconds, time is not your friend. Balance is repositioned. Oh, Zorky's just better in the moment, though. 5 seconds remaining. Plenty of time to get this bomb defused. Panic hanging on by a thread in that first round. Doesn't matter if it's by an inch or a mile. They take the dub there.
Yep, they absolutely do. Zorky coming through with a big clutch for the team there at the end. Not only a big clutch for the team, but also just a really solid round overall, coming through with 3 out of the 5 team kills, as well as saving himself a little bit of time for that defuse. So big plays out of Zorky there. And as you can tell, nobody challenging that sniper window this time around, but Leader is able to come through and find 1 before getting taken down by Bison. The refrag is strong. It's a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Team Maze, but Bison able to take down Boot. Now you can see Kosh and Balance are starting to push up. Bison finds an extra one, hops the corner with the weapon switch, takes down Balance as well, and that's gonna leave Zaka last alive, Switchblade in hand, and a dream, but couldn't make it happen as the 2-0 lead now in favor of Panic. And that was a much more convincing round than the first.
Here we go. Much more convincing. No bomb plant there on the A site. Nothing. And my God, I didn't catch all of the action from Bison. I misclicked and clicked on Zorky. He wasn't doing nothing, but he's got 4 on board. He's on plenty this one. The last round he clutched was at first. Daytel, first casualty yet again. Storm there to get the trades on 1. Bomb's about to go down. There goes the nade shot. Will it be Chuck? Baked to perfection. Flashes for days. Man, Tamaz not having it here. Bomb's not going to go down at the moment. They're about to get swarmed. You're in the nuclear stack. That's great. But can you make the most of it? You haven't been able to do so just yet. As a matter of fact, Capo able to pick off 1. Posh and Balance now left to their on. And I don't know, man. Scratching my head. What's going on? Capo, he knows what's going on. He gets shut down, though. Storm able to find the heads of 1. Bombs be getting hopped. Balance has got to make it through 2 to able to do so, but not going to be able to get there in time. 3 convincing rounds in a row.
Wow. Wow. Panic. They keep finding their way through, and Zorky coming through with the defuse with a couple players alive still on the side of Team Maze. So big support coming out of the side of Panic. Capo able to get his first on the board, but here Zorky is with kill number 6. Balance finds 2 of his own. Here's Kosh with 1, and Team Maze might find their first point on the scoreboard this round.
Well, might be. There you go. You get 4 down or 3 down. Obviously, now's the time to plant. You only drop 1 in return. This A site certainly a lot more comfortable when you only have to deal with 2 players. First interaction, Balance. He's go big. Balance able to catch him, but even with the first shots in, Bison's just too swifty with it. On the flip side, you got middle of the map penetration. Storm looking to cause a little bit of ruckus. Kosh, though, changes it up and gets the outside hit. Boot able to find the last one. And there we go. Convincing round there for the attack. Only formula that you need is take down 2 or 3, get the bomb plant down, regardless of what side it's at. A has been your bread and butter for getting it down. You've gotten down 3 bombs already. No, 2 bombs. Sorry. Almost got that 3rd one down the round before that, but... Oh, no, they did get 3 bomb plants. Never mind. I'm looking at the fuses on the left-hand side of the screen. Oh, just kidding. I'll shut my pie hole. Okay. Hit over towards the B site is spoiled. Boot. Not... Okay, point blank. Able to find the first one, but oh my God, Bison. If that one would have hit Boot, you would have been the goated. Just absolutely goated. Not happening, though. 4-1. Another convincing round there for the boys in blue.
All right, well, Panic starting to extend that lead even more. We've got a final round of the Team Maze offense here before we switch sides. Big question is, can they mitigate their losses here? Can they close the gap a little bit to be comfortable? Big trophies out of both teams there. Capo able to find 1 on Kosh. Zorky here to defend Daytel, but couldn't quite get the bullets to connect. Now Zaka coming through. And, well, Zaka gonna get gunned down. Zorky has been on fire this game. 7 kills deep, along with Bison on 7 as well. Bomb plant does come through, but it's a 2v4. Can they get the hold? Balance. Very aggressive push here. He's got Daytel so low, but can't get the finish. Zorky gonna take down leader. The pre-fire doesn't matter. Daytel with the slide through. And that's gonna be a 5-1 lead for Panic, who are looking to close this one out in 2-0 fashion.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, man, you're down 2v4. You commit to the bomb plant, and then you play it like that. Scratching my head. Maybe we play a little slower. I mean, I get it. Pressure's on once that bomb's planted. But at the same time, it hasn't panned out any round that you've done it without a player advantage. We'll flip sides now. Don't have to worry about the offense unless it does go the distance right there. Opening up with first blood. Storm. He has been prime proper here in this Search and Destroy. Not missing much. I've missed a few of his shots, but he has not. And my goodness, Tatel able to find another one. could be over with Day. We might be seeing the white flag being thrown up here in a moment. Zorky going to get shut down. Kosh able to keep the dream alive, but Daytail is going to continue on with this bomb plant. 1v3 in Kosh's location already known out. It's the gear side rotation. Daytail does not lose it. Gets the bomb plant to go along with it. We're on match point. This one, not even close.
All right, match point coming through. Obviously, we've still got Panic on the offense this round as well. And they only need one to close things out and get themselves their well-earned points for Mobile Mayhem. Shy of a huge comeback from Team Maze. Balance somehow sneaks past that grenade, gets flashbanged. He sent me a little sad face when I sent him the phase Jev clip. So...
God, I hate this game. I hate it. Why am I being flashed? I've been flashed for years. Oh, man.
Well, Team Maze find themselves another round. Fairly convincing one as well, with 3 players remaining alive. Balance and Leader coming through with some big plays these past couple rounds. Starting to pay off a little bit, but they've got so much ground to recover, Verdict.
Oh, ground is... easy to recover here, Meltdown, if you play your cards right. You didn't play your cards right the first 6 rounds. As a matter of fact, you had 1 round that went your way. It was pretty convincing. Why couldn't we complete that same motto? I'll tell you why, because you're not winning your gunfights. To tell, if he's not first blooded, he is absolutely making your defense pay. He's got 7 on board. Oh my, able to find this 8th. Oh, Leader! My God, you're a madman. What was that? Point blank. The movement. Crispy as hell. I'll have to clip that one for you, bro. That was absolutely sensational. Fortunate, though. You're the last one alive. Zorky and Bison been putting work in on the backside. Leader gets the sound cue. Not going to be able to get the bomb plant down or prevent the bomb plant from going down. That slide might have given away his location, too. I know we don't have sound EQ here in COD Mobile, but it was just enough for Bison to read the play. 7-2. Blowout here in the Search or Destroy. We are not playing Controlled with a chat. This one, over.
Rather unfortunate. I was definitely looking for some of that control action here today, but maybe I'll get to see some later in North America, because right now it just ain't happening. Europe is done. We did have a forfeit for our Game 4 guys. For anybody who did join us late, Zidium did forfeit against Animus, so unfortunately, not going to get to see that final matchup, but I think we had a pretty solid day overall. I think at least a couple of our hard points were very, very competitive. A couple of the Search and Destroys were very competitive as well, going the distance. This one was not. 7-2 victory for Panic.
Here we go. Very swift day indeed. Now we've got the brooms out all afternoon and evening long. You know what that means. Today is over. Talk to us. We're going to take it back to the hostess, Deanna. Ready to join back into the action. Watching that one. It was closer to Takeoff, but my God, that Meltdown. Brutal.
Brutal. And I did enjoy watching both team plays. As I said, I did enjoy watching Kush playing, and both. I didn't saw them for a long time, and I was just so excited watching them. But the Hardpoint, damn. At some point you were talking about the P3 and P4, and it really remained in my mind, because I think that was the point when Panic started to get the lead in the first set of rotations, right? If you have that good transitioning from P3 to P4, if you have the spawns and everything is clear, you can actually pick up a lot of points, and Panic did actually that. You know, they were doing it very good, holding the spawns and doing actually everything right. At the end, we did saw the report. 4 players had more than 40 kills on the side of Panic. We had Zorky with 44, we had Daytal with 46, Storm with 50, Bison with 41, and I was just like, I felt like teammates could not recover. And Verdict, I do have a question for you. Do you think that the flashes were had something to do with it?
I mean, I've talked to several pro players. They hate flashes. As a matter of fact, I remember the last time I played...
Tactician's great, homie.
Oh, yeah, I remember the last time I played Rank S, I was using flashes, and they hated me. And I think that's why Cartels is in chat right now, just to remind me he absolutely dumpstered me every time I played. He was dropping 50, 60 bombs. Just, I mean, freak. But I was running flashes well before everybody else in EU was doing it. Now everybody's caught on him. Boy, oh boy, let me tell you. They are disgusting. Do they make a difference? I mean, you saw Balance. He was not having a good time. Not at all.
I'm sorry,
Balance. It could be. If we GA flashes, which I hope Champs bans flashes moving forward, because it is not a great one. It is not a great one to play against. Not a great one to, to throw. You shouldn't feel good after throwing a flash. But just like we saw in Pinpoint being used earlier, hey, if it's not GA'd, if it's not banned, play it, right? To each their own.
Yeah, I do need some coaching from the team that used a lot of flashes. That's Panic. I'm just saying, because every time I use a flash, I flash myself and die. So
me too. Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, I don't know, but yeah, definitely it was such a great game, especially for Storm. Talking about the Hardpoint, he did drop 50 kills, so that's amazing. And also Dato and Zorki and also Bison with the kills, just absolutely amazing. And then coming into the S&D, Meltdown. Like, I was so excited to see Meltdown. I did play Meltdown in Troll Showdown because you mentioned it. They actually mentioned about Troll Showdown a little bit earlier. So yeah, we did play there. I did not like it as much, but here it was very fast. It was very good on the side of Panic. We did had one convincing round on the side of Team Maze when they rushed the A and they killed a lot of players, but I feel like they couldn't really keep up with Panic. So definitely I'm looking forward to see more from Team Maze in the future, right? But overall, this was our broadcast today. This was our 3 games, because the last one will not happen because of DQ. But Day, can you please go over the standings to see who actually gets some points today?
No.
Oh. No.
I had to rebuild my PC.
You don't have Discord?
Is it in Discord? I don't see it. I'm looking at the channel.
It's in there, buddy.
It is there.
Let me try.
Are you looking at the right channel?
I'm in the wrong channel.
Oh my god. Wouldn't be a stream with Day casting with us if he didn't have a little bit of a mishap. He didn't mute half the stream though.
I was in the EU information channel, not the EU broadcast.
That's good.
I apologize.
Hey, that's a good place to be at sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. All right, so for our standings, first place, we are looking at Kings with 40 points on the board. I don't think that's really a shocker for anybody. Even with my first day being in the scene, I looked through the rosters that we were going to have to play today, and this is a team that is certainly top tier potential. So 31ers, Animus, Zidium, and Panic are all tied for second place with 20 points apiece. And the rest of the lineup sitting on a big old goose egg. 117 Not Found, Enigma, FA Ducks, Atomic, and Team Maze all on 0.
Well, we are indeed just in day 2, so definitely this is why we have a lot of 0 across the board. But sure, we did saw Team Maze earlier. Actually, I did saw on the stream Verdict pull up the score, what happened today if you actually missed any action, right? We did have 2-0 across the board, right? Starting with the first game, that was actually 31ers versus Enigma, 31ers winning 2-0. The second one actually was Atomic versus Kings, Kings winning 2-0, and right now Team Maze versus Panic winning 2-0. So yeah, definitely was a fast day in EU, and there is no EU without the DQ. So definitely I'm looking forward for the next broadcast that's gonna be this week, right? Because today is Tuesday. Yeah, Thursday.
There we go. Not next week, this week. That's right. When Thursday rolls around, Tuesday would have been last week though, so that's how we're gonna play, right? It's like last week it was just Tuesday. It's this week. Time flies though when you're having fun. We had a ton of fun today. As a matter of fact, I think we were only live for like 2.5 hours. But everybody who was ready to play in EU came to play, and they absolutely dominated to us across board. As Deanna mentioned, if you missed out on the live stream here on Trovo, we'll be posting a VOD on the official Mobile Mayhem YouTube channel in the future. Make sure you go subscribe, turn those notifications on, and like every single one of those videos you watch moving forward. That's where you're going to be able to catch all of the posts action report, not the pulse action report, but all the action if you didn't happen to catch live. And, you know, let's just call it a spade. Like, YouTube is elite when it comes to rewatching bots too. So that's going to do it for the day. Got to give a huge celebration. Hey, let's go ahead. Round of applause in chat. The man is back. Hey, wake up, homie. We're celebrating you being back in the swing of things. And he is just like nonchalantly not having it, chat. We are certainly grateful to have him back in our presence. Yes.
I'm actually very happy, right? I did miss a day, and I'm happy to have you here back. I was like so excited to be your host again and listening to my favorite co-casters. I told you, you know, all of you are my favorite, but this duo, it's actually so good, and your chemistry, guys, is amazing, and I hope in the future I'm gonna be as good as you guys. So yeah, definitely it's just so nice having you back in EU, you know, so hopefully we're gonna be able to have you here as long as we can, right?
We're gonna steal him away from the world. He's not allowed to go back to the real world. He's got to join us in our virtual one every time we go casting.
Exactly.
All right.
We are e-casters.
Yeah, there we go. Dave, you don't look too happy, bro. He's gonna be happy though. We got North America around our corner here in a little bit. It was a short-lived broadcast here in EU, but we should be back live here at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Again, join us, tune in. We'll be live on my channel. I believe Dave is gonna be joining us back again. Deanna, hell of a day back. 12 days off we had in between day 1 and day 2. It seemed like a long time, but yeah,
yes.
Thursday we're back in full effect.
Definitely. Hopefully you will not get another DQ, because I really do want to see 4 games. So guys, I'm telling you now, don't DQ, because I'm gonna be sad, right? I wanna stay here for like 3 hours to cast/host, okay? At least 3 hours. Okay, I'm just saying, guys. You listen to me, please.
It was 2.5 hours today.
Yeah.
Yes, but well, I said at least 3 hours, okay? At least 3 hours. But no, I'm joking. But thanks so much, guys, for being here, right? You guys are amazing as usually, and you guys are looking awesome. I did forgot to mention that, but I'm happy to be here. As I said, like 1 million times today in the past 2.5 hours, but I'm very, very happy and excited. I hope y'all gonna have a wonderful broadcast for NA. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to that YouTube channel. The link is in the chat. You have also a comment for it, and don't forget to rewatch the streams, because some of the clips are worth it and some of the fights are there, you know, and you can actually learn how to use a flash if you really want. So definitely needs to look for the watts. But this was our broadcast today. Don't forget to turn in for NA if you're awake. And I'm going to see you next time, right? We're going to hear a word from our sponsors. And we're going to do a raid. And we're going to see you next time. Bye.
Bye.